Hello students, this is Srinivas sir. You are watching Untold Botany. Coming to the new session, the first question is perisperm is the remnant of nucellus. Actually, nucellus is a tissue of the ovule. After fertilization, ovule is modified into seed. In the seed, actually, nucellus not present, but in some cases, some amount of nucellus is left in the seed. So, such left out amount of nucellus in the seed is said to be perisperm. Hence, the perisperm is the remnant of nucellus. So, coming to the second question, which of the following plants are water pollinated? Here, actually, all the hydrophytes are given: Zostera, Vallisneria, Hydrilla, all of the above. All of the above is the right answer. In all of the above, we can see the water pollination, otherwise, hydrophily. Some amino acids are coded by more than one codon, hence the code is, yes, actually the coding codons are 61 and the amino acids being coded are 20. Hence, some amino acids are coded by more than one codon and that property is said to be degenerate. Code is degenerate because some amino acids are coded by more than one codon. Coming to the female gametophyte of an angiosperm is represented by. So here it is asked that which of the following represents the female gametophyte? That is nothing but embryo sac. Embryo sac and female gametophyte both are one and same. And coming to the next question, the effluent of the which treatment plant is generally released into the natural water bodies like rivers and streams? Effluent of the primary treatment is taken into secondary treatment in the aeration tank, so it is not. So this is effluent of the secondary treatment is released into the rivers and streams. So coming to the next question, the coconut water from tender coconut represents, actually coconut water represents endosperm, but that is liquid, hence it is called free nuclear endosperm, whereas the cellular endosperm, white kernel, that is a cellular endosperm, and here the right answer is free nuclear endosperm. Coconut water from a tender coconut represents free nuclear endosperm. Coming to the Alexander Fleming, while working on which bacteria, observed Penicillium notatum growing in one of his unwashed culture plates. Around these bacteria could not grow. Yes, he was actually working with Staphylococcus bacteria, then accidentally he came across through the existence of Penicillium. So the bacteria on which he was working is Staphylococcus. In eukaryotes, the process of DNA replication is, actually in the eukaryotes, the process of DNA replication is, wherever in eukaryotes or prokaryotes, there is nothing but semi-conservative because each daughter DNA retains one of the parental strand. Hence it is semi-conservative. Even it is semi-discontinuous because one strand will be synthesized continuously, leading strand, whereas other lagging strand is synthesized discontinuously. Hence it is called semi-discontinuous. So in eukaryote, the process of DNA replication is semi-conservative and semi-discontinuous. So in 4 o'clock plants, the gene for red flower R is incompletely dominant over the gene for white flower color small r. Hence, the plants heterozygous for flower capital small r have pink flowers. Yes. What will be the ratio of offsprings in a cross between red flowered and pink flowered plants? So here it is asked, when we cross red flowers and pink flowers, what will we get? So here we get 50% red flowers and 50% pink flowers, because red flowers genotype will be capital R and pink flowers will be capital R small r. So from pink flower plant, two different types of gametes are formed, whereas from red flower plant one type of gametes are formed. So when we multiply them, we can get two types of progeny. One is red, one is pink. So 50% pink and 50% pink and 50% red. This is right answer. And coming to the next question, two-celled pollen grain of angiosperm represents. Actually, in angiosperms, most of the angiosperms, 60% of the angiosperms, pollen are shed in the two-cell condition. The two cells are known as generative cell, vegetative cell. So that represents partially developed male gametophyte. So this is the right answer. Two-celled pollen grain of angiosperm represents partially developed male gametophyte. Coming to in RNA interference. In RNA interference, the silencing of a specific mRNA due to a complementary RNA strand that binds and forms a double-stranded RNA molecule and prevent translation of the mRNA. This is right. The silencing of a specific mRNA due to a double-stranded DNA molecule that binds to and prevent translation of mRNA. No, this is wrong. The silencing of a specific mRNA due to a non-complementary dsRNA molecule. No. See, the first is the right answer. So, in the curve given below shows enzymatic activity in relation to the two conditions like pH and temperature. So, what does the two axes x and y represent? So, here x axis represent either pH or temperature, whereas the y axis represents enzymatic activity. So, here the right answer is x axis represents temperature, y axis represents enzyme activity. Yes, first is the right answer. And coming to the next question, a chimeric DNA is. So, chimeric DNA is nothing but recombinant DNA, in which two different types of genetic materials are present. So, after ligation of alien DNA or our desirable DNA with plasmid DNA, this is formed a chimeric DNA. It is nothing but recombinant DNA. Yes, coming to the next question. Which of these can't be related to biotechnology? Integration of natural science and organisms. Yes, this is related to biotechnology. Techniques to alter the chemistry of the DNA. Yes, we are altering the chemistry of the DNA of the organisms. Introduction of undesirable genes into the target organisms. No. So, we introduce desirable genes. Here it is given undesirable genes. This is the wrong and right answer for this. And maintenance of the sterile ambience to enable the growth of only the desired microbes is also right. So, except C, all other are related to the biotechnology. So, C is the wrong option, right answer. Coming to the next question, genetic modification has been used to. So, why? What is the function of the genetic modification? To create tailor-made plants, or to supply alternative resources to the industries, or for the enhanced nutritional value of food. Yes, all these can be achieved through the genetic modification. So, all of these is a right answer for this question. Genetic modification has been used to create tailor-made plants, to supply alternative resources to the industries, and to enhance the nutritional value of the food. A slide under microscope showing following features. What are they? One is unicellularity and well-defined nucleus and biflagellated. One flagellum is longitudinally arranged while other is transversely arranged. So, by this we can identify. So, is it protozoan or bacterium or euglenoid or dinoflagellate? So, this is nothing but dinoflagellate. Dinoflagellates are unicellular. They have well-defined nucleus. They have two flagella. Of them, one is transversely arranged, one is vertically arranged. So, that is the fourth. One can distinguish a leaflet from the leaf by the absence of. So, midrib, petiole, venation, they may be present in both leaflet and leaf, but axillary bud is present only in the leaf, not in leaflet. So, we can distinguish a leaflet from the leaf by absence of axillary buds. So, that is C is the right answer. The phospholipid present in the cell membrane has, actually, it consists of a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail. Yes, that is right. Tails are oriented inner side and heads are oriented outer side. And hydrophobic head, so all zigzag manner, vice versa given. All these are wrong options. So, the first is the right answer for this question. The phospholipid present in the cell membrane has a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail. In five kingdom classification system, the kingdom that includes phototropes, chemotropes, and heterotrophs. So actually here diverse nutrition habitats are present, means that is nothing but Monera. In Monera itself we can see all these diverse nutritional habits, right. Coming to the next question. So, which step is called gateway step or link reaction in aerobic respiration? Actually, the gateway step or the link reaction is the one which connects glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So, that is called connecting link reaction. That is nothing but the formation of acetyl coenzyme A. So, formation of acetyl coenzyme A is the link reaction between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So, this step is called gateway or link reaction. So, PGA as the first carbon dioxide fixation product was discovered in photosynthesis of. So, actually PGA is the first CO2 fixation product, means in which cycle PGA is the first CO2 fixation product, that is in C3 cycle. So, where C3 cycle was discovered? In chlorella. So, chlorella is a alga. So, PGA as the first CO2 fixation product was discovered in photosynthesis of alga is the right answer. So, which underground stem helps in the storage of food and perennation? See, perennation means to tide over abnormal conditions, even it helps in storage. All the underground stems like colocasia, gemminkand, turmeric, colocasia and gemminkand, they are the corms, whereas the turmeric is rhizome. However, all of these underground stems help in the storage of food and perennation. Golgi apparatus is absent in, is it yeast or liverworts or higher plants or blue-green algae? Golgi apparatus is absent in blue-green algae because blue-green algae is prokaryote and the remaining all are eukaryotes. So, this Golgi apparatus membrane-bound cell organelle which is absent in prokaryotes. Hence, here one prokaryote is given, that is nothing but blue-green algae. In that only it is absent. So, Marchantia. So, Marchantia is a monoecious plant or dioecious plant or heterosporous plant or a phanerogamous plant. Phanerogamous means flowers, no, they are not present. Heterosporous means two different types of spores, no, only similar kind of spores are formed. Dioecious means male and female sex organs are present on the different thalli, no. Actually, yes, this is right. See, dioecious plant itself, yes. It is not monoecious. Male and female are not present on the same, but they are present on the two different thalli, male thallus, female thallus. Hence, this is said to be dioecious nature. So, Marchantia is dioecious. So, which of these is correct about Petunia? It is a genus of under the family Solanaceae and order Polymoniales. It is a genus under the family Solanaceae and order, yes, it is right. It is a genus under the family Anacardiaceae, wrong. It is a genus under the family Solanaceae but order Sapindalis, wrong. Order Polymoniales. And it is species under the family Solanaceae but order Polymoniales. It is a species given. Actually, that is a genus. Petunia is a genus. So here 1 and 4 they are resembling, but if you make in observation, you can find out the right answer. So it is a genus under family Solanaceae and order Polemonias. But here it is given that it is a species under family Solanaceae and order Polemonias. So A is the right answer. It is a genus under the family Solanaceae and order Polemonials. So certain plants need to be exposed to a low temperature to hasten flowering later in life. So this treatment is known as, actually subjecting the plants to the lower temperature to induce flowering is nothing but vernalization. Vernalization is a process through which we can subject the plants to the low temperatures prior to the flowering to induce the flowering. Next, here a match the following is given. Carboxylation. Carboxylation, we can see Rubisco. Yes. Next, phosphorylation. Phosphorylation A Rubisco, A3 options. How many? These two are there, B and C. In them we have to finalize A3. Okay. B phosphorylation. Phosphorylation is nothing but ATP, formation of the ATP now. So B5, yes, A3 B5 is looking right. And C, if you see photolysis of water, C1. Photolysis of water. In photolysis of water, oxygen is evolved. Yes, C1, right. And D, phosphoglycolate 2. What is that? Photorespiration. Yes, in photorespiration, the first stable compound is phosphoglycolate. And E is 4. E, what is that? Nitrosomonas. Nitrosomonas. And 4, what is given here? Chemosynthesis. Yes, Nitrosomonas bacteria is a chemoautotrope. Yes. So the B option is the right answer for this question. A3, B5, C1, D2, E4. Next, the major role of minor elements inside living organisms is to act as, actually minor elements, most of the minor elements act as cofactors for the enzymes. So here it is important we remember the major role of the minor elements in the living organisms is to act as cofactors. So here in terms of permeability, the cell wall and plasma membrane. Actually cell wall is permeable, plasma membrane is differentially permeable or selectively permeable. So your first option seems to be correct. Permeable, cell wall permeable and plasma membrane differentially permeable, respective order given, and both semi permeable wrong. Cell wall semi permeable wrong, cell wall permeable, and both differentially permeable wrong. Yes, all are wrong except the first one. So here in terms of permeability, cell wall is permeable, whereas the cell membrane is differentially permeable or selectively permeable. Means cell wall allows both the solvents and solutes, whereas the cell membrane allows all the solvents, few solutes. Hence it is differentially permeable. Next, so steel includes all of these except steel includes pericycle, vascular bundle, even pith at the center, medulla, but endodermis not, because endodermis is part of cortex. The innermost cortex is called endodermis. So steel, it consists of only 3 parts: pericycle, vascular bundle and pith. So steel includes all of these except what? Except endodermis, because endodermis is not part of the steel, that is part of the cortex. So consider the following statements: the mustard flower is hypogynous, Rhosis perigynous, China rhosis hypogynous. Yes, the mustard flower hypogynous, Rose perigynous, China rose hypogynous, all are right. So which of the following statement given below is correct? A, B, C. This is right. In all the statements are right. So which of the following option is not correct for the post fertilization changes? After fertilization, pen is modified into endosperm. This is right. Ore is modified into fruit. This is right. Funicle is modified into stalk of the seed. This is right. And integument is modified into pericarp. No, integument is modified into seed coat. Whereas the ovary wall is modified to pericarp. But here it is given that integument is modified to pericarp. So this is the wrong answer. Right answer, wrong option. Integument, pericarp. So which one of the following option is not correct for the post fertilization events? This is not correct. So which of the following statement about the plasma membrane is true? It allows selected molecules to pass into and out of the cell. Yes, it is selectively permeable. This is right. It is a rigid and unmoving layer of phospholipids and proteins. No, wrong. It is solid layer of proteins that protect the contents of the cell. No, the plasma membrane of the bacterium has none of the same components as the plasma membrane of the animal. No, both they have same components. So here first is the right answer. So first is correct. It allows selected molecules to pass into and out of the cell because it is selectively permeable or differentially permeable. All other three are wrong. And peat moss is used as packing material for the shipment of flowers and live plants to distant places because is it easily available? No. It reduces transpiration? No. It is hygroscopic. Yes, this is the property. It is hygroscopic because of its hygroscopic nature. Always it maintains moisturized conditions. Moisturized conditions. Hence, it is used. Next one. The number of mitotic generations required to form a mature embryo sac in most of the following plants is. After meiosis, 4 megaspores are formed. Of them, 3 are degenerated. One will be retained, that is called functional megaspore. And functional megaspore undergo 3 successive mitotic division. So in first division 2 resulted, next division 4 resulted, in the third division 8 resulted, and they get organized into an embryo sac. So 3 mitotic divisions are required for the formation of the embryo sac or female gametophyte. So study the reaction given below. Carbon dioxide plus water enzyme gives rise to H2CO3. In the absence of any enzyme, this reaction is very slow with 200 molecules of H2CO3 formed in an hour. In the presence of an enzyme, the reaction speeds dramatically with about 6 lakhs molecules formed for every second. So name the enzyme which has accelerated the reaction by 10 million times. So this is nothing but carbonic anhydrase. Carbonic anhydrase, if you use this, you will get more yielding, like 6 lakh molecules per every second. The same reaction it occurs at very slower rate in the absence of the enzyme, where we can see only 200 molecules per hour. So ribulose diphosphate carboxylase enzyme catalyzes the carboxylation reaction between. This is nothing but RUBP carboxylase that catalyzes the carboxylation reaction in between RUBP and carbon dioxide, where it is ribulose diphosphate and CO2 and ribulose 1,5 diphosphate. So it catalyzes the reaction between CO2 and RUBP. The site of glycolysis, where it occurs glycolysis, is not in nucleoplasm, neither nucleoplasm nor mitochondria, even not peroxisomes. This is cytoplasm. That is why glycolysis is called cytoplasmic respiration, as it takes place in cytoplasm. So the site of glycolysis is cytoplasm. Cyclic photophosphorylation results in the formation of. In cyclic photophosphorylation, ATP formed but not NADPH. ATP formed but not NADPH and O2. ATP formed, yes, not NADPH. So in cyclic photophosphorylation, we can see only formation of ATP. Third is the right answer for that question. Select the incorrect statement. The first word in biological name represents the genus, while the second component denotes the specific epithet in nomenclature. Yes, right. Biological names are generally in the Latin language. Yes, right. Both the words in biological name, when handwritten, they are separately underlined. Yes, are printed in Latin. No, that should be printed in italics. So this is the wrong. And the first word denoting the genus starts with capital letter, and second species starts with small letter. Yes, all are right except C. So C is the wrong, because when it is printed, that should be printed in italics, but here it is given that in Latin, so it is wrong. Cyanobacteria is found in association with. Actually, cyanobacteria are found in association with corollary roots, but here two options are given: corollary roots of Pinus given, corollary roots of Cycas given. So where we can see corollary roots? We can see corollary roots in only Cycas, not in Pinus. So cyanobacteria is found in association with corollary roots of Cycas. This is the right answer. A colonial algae among the following. So Chlamydomonas unicellular, Eurythix not colonial form, filamentous itself. Spirogyra also filamentous itself. Volvox. So Volvox is a colonial form which looks like a rolling ball. So which one of the following is not an inclusion body found in prokaryotes? Inclusion bodies here, three reserved foods are given like glycogen granules, cyanophyllene granules, and phosphate granules. All these are part of inclusion bodies only, because they are the reserved foods, whereas the polysome, it is not the inclusion body. So it is a group of ribosomes. So polysome is not the inclusion body. So mark the incorrect with respect to the nitrifying bacteria. Nitrococcus, nitrifying bacteria. Nitrobacter, nitrifying bacteria. Nitrosomonas, nitrifying bacteria, but not Pseudomonas. This is denitrifying bacteria. Denitrifying bacteria is bacteria that carries out denitrification. So Pseudomonas is odd one with respect to the nitrifying bacteria. All other Nitrococcus, Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas are nitrifying, whereas the Pseudomonas is denitrifying. So which is the recombination percentage between gene Y and W in Drosophila? So from the given data in the NCERT book, the data is given. From the data you can work out this. Actually the recombination percentage between that two genes is 1.3 centimorgans. Yeah, the distance between the two genes is 1.3 centimorgans, and the distance is measured by using the recombination frequency. Hence the recombination percentage is 1.3, even the distance is also 1.3 centimorgans. A cross between F1 hybrid and its homozygous recessive parent. Homozygous recessive parent means that must be test cross. The cross between F1 hybrid and homozygous recessive parent is test cross, which is conducted to know the genotype of the unknown plant, or to determine whether the unknown plant is homozygous or heterozygous. How many types of gametes can be produced by diploid organism if it is heterozygous for 3 loci? The formula for the gamete number is 2 to the power of n, where n stands for the number of heterozygous genes or heterozygous loci. So here it is said 3 heterozygous loci. So 2 to the power of n means 2 to the power of 3. That is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So C is the right answer for this question. Which of the following amino acid does not show degeneracy? Yeah, in the beginning, same type of question was asked. Degeneracy means one amino acid is coded by more than one codons. That property is called degeneracy. Here, all except one, except tryptophan. Tryptophan is the one which is coded by only one codon. Hence, this is an exception for the degeneracy. whereas other all three, leucine, proline, cysteine, all these are coded by more than one codon. So here it is asked which of the following amino acid does not show degeneracy, means which is not identified by more than one codons. It is identified by only one codon. So tryptophan is an exception for the degeneracy. Which one of the following also acts as a catalyst in bacterial cell? Yes, actually that is an RNA, and that is 23 S type of rRNA act as an enzyme that has a catalyst, means enzyme itself, that is nothing but ribozyme. Ribozyme is nothing but a non-protein enzyme which is a nucleic acid, particularly 23S type of rRNA. The same rRNA acts as enzyme, that is called ribozyme. The ribozyme it facilitates the formation of peptide bond among the amino acids during the protein synthesis. In lac operon, the structural genes are switched off. When they are switched off? When repressor binds to operator, or repressor binds to promoter, or repressor binds to regulator, or repressor binds to allolactose. Structural genes are switched off. Switched off means transcription doesn't take place. When it doesn't take place? When repressor binds to operator. Yes, when repressor occupies the operator, so mRNA polymerase cannot be forwarded toward the structural genes. Hence, then the lac operon of structural genes will be switched off. Yes, first is the right answer. Choose the mechanism that is used in tobacco plants that are introduced with the nematode specific using certain vectors. Yes, that is RNA inference. So, RNA interference is a novel strategy to check the growth of nematodes. That is RNA interference. Yeah, the specific DNA sequence recognized by ECOR1. Yeah, this is a restriction endonuclease enzyme. It recognizes GAA TTC in 5' 3' direction, that should be. So this is GAA TTC, 5' 3' direction. So it is recognized by the E. coli. ECOR1, that is. Plasmids are extra chromosomal genetic material found in. Actually, where we can see the plasmids? In RNA, no. In mammalian cells, no. In viruses, no. In bacteria, yes. So plasmids are extra chromosomal genetic material that are found in bacteria. Select the odd one with respect to the biofertilizers. So bacteria biofertilizer, fungi biofertilizer, cyanobacteria biofertilizer, but not virus. So virus is not a biofertilizer. We cannot use the virus as biofertilizer. So this is the odd one out with respect to the biofertilizers. Which of the following microorganism is involved in last step of the biogas production? Last step of biogas production means that is anaerobic digesters. There we come across methanogens like methanobacterium. So this will digest the activated sludge and release the methane. Arithmetic growth rate can be mathematically expressed as, so here this is a memory based, we have to remember that is nothing but this, LT equal to L0 plus RT, where LT stands for length at the time t, whereas L0 length at the time 0, R is growth rate. So dormancy of seeds is broken by ethylene, whereas it is induced by, yes, ethylene breaks the dormancy, and dormancy is induced by naturally abscisic acid. All other three are promoters, whereas the abscisic acid is growth inhibitor. Vernalization is commonly seen in plants like cabbage, which are cabbagia or mustard or sugar beet or carrot. So here it is carrot, which is biennial. Yes, vernalization is commonly seen in the plants like carrot, which is a biennial plant. So some seeds retain a part of endosperm as it is not completely used up under during embryo development, while in some seeds remnants of the nucellus are also persistent. Yes, we have seen in the beginning. Choose the option with the examples of the respective types of seeds. Actually, endosperm retained means that is endospermic seed, whereas the nucellus retained means perispermic seed. So castor is example for endospermic seed, whereas the black pepper is example for perispermic seed. So this is the right answer. In monoecious plants like castor and maize, autogamy and allogamy are not prevented. Monoecious plants like castor and maize, both male and female flowers are planted on the same plant. So if both are planted on the same plant, allogamy are not prevented. Autogamy, allogamy not prevented. Autogamy does not take place because uni. So wrong option. Geitonogamy is prevented. No, you cannot prevent because the pollen from the male flower will reach the female flower within the same plant. So allogamy is prevented. No, you cannot. So geitonogamy is not prevented. Yes, we cannot prevent geitonogamy. So this is the right one. In monoecious plants like castor and maize, one cannot prevent geitonogamy. Geitonogamy may take place because both male and female are planted on the same plant. So from the male flower, pollen may reach the female flower on the same plant. One cannot prevent the geitonogamy. That is the right one. Special cellular thickenings observed at the micropolar end of the synergids identify the option which correctly identifies these structures and their function. So cellular thickenings are nothing but piliform apparatus, and it helps to guide the pollen grain into the synergids. Yes, that is the right answer. And here different options are given like egg apparatus, forms mature 8 nuclear wrong, antipolar cells. No, they are pointing towards the chalaja. And centers are characterized female gametophyte allow initiation of double fertilization. All are wrong. Actually, it is not related. The related one is this filiform apparatus. Whatever the cellular thickenings are called filiform apparatus and helps in the guidance of pollen tube into the synergy. The types of flowers which always produce seeds even in the absence of pollinators. So in which we can see these chasmogamous flowers, opened flowers, pollinator may come. Yeah, here Christogamous flowers is the right answer. Christogamous flowers are the flowers which never open, still seeds are formed. Means autogamy, self pollination takes place. Without the help of pollinators also they can form seeds. So the types of flowers which always produce seeds even in the absence of the pollinators are nothing but Christogamous flowers. The pleiotropic character represents the quality of gene in which it can. Pleiotropism means that is the effect of one gene on many characters. So that is be dominant over recessive, be capable of representing more than one form. Yes, and recognize more than one phenotype. Yes, this is regulate more than one phenotypic characters. This is not. Be capable of representing more than one form. Not here. Regulate more than one phenotypic character. The pleiotropic character represents the quality of a gene. The pleiotropic character represents the quality of a gene in which it can regulate more than one phenotypic characters. Next, find the odd one out with respect to the zygomorphic flowers. So mustard, yes, pea, gulmohar, beans, all these are zygomorphic. This is odd one out because it is actinomorphic flower, mustard. So which of the following estimation involves non-uniform overlapping of petals? Non-uniform means that is imbricate, irregular overlapping is seen, imbricate type of distribution. So the mango has a fleshy, edible, fill in the blanks are given, fleshy, edible mesocarp and a stony, hardy endocarp. So this is right. Mango has fleshy, edible mesocarp and a stony endocarp. So which of the following is an example of plant with palmately compound leaves? In name, pinnately compound. China rose simple. Go. In guava also simple leaves. Here silk cotton. So here you can see the palmately compound leaves. Palmately compound leaves are present in silk cotton. Arrange the different parts of the root vertically from the top to the bottom. Top means we should start with root cap. So root cap, region of meristematic activity, region of elongation,